Alright guys, what is up and welcome back to the Hobson Outdoors YouTube channel. We are out here today, obviously at the coulee ponds. I'm only going to fish this one for a second, I think. Just try to get a beat on what they're biting. And then I think I'm going to move to the one just on the other side of this one, just on the other side of that cattail row. And then maybe work my way down. If I catch a couple fish on each one, maybe I'll fish each one. But yeah, getting set up here. We finally have a perfect day without wind. So that don't happen very often. I am stoked about that today because that means I can fish whichever bank I want to in here and I'm not getting blown around. There was a gust of wind on my way in here, so I'm not holding my breath, but wind throughout the day is supposed to be like 3 mile an hour maximum. So definitely playing this well. And yeah, stoked. Gonna try to catch some pike, maybe even throw a wacky rig out here. We'll see. Try to catch some bass. Like I've always said, I've heard of bass being in here but never caught one, so we might try one today. I don't know. You know, could try a chatterbait this time of year. That should be pretty fire. Yeah, I actually think I am going to throw on a chatterbait. As always, it's 3 o'clock because I got a late start to the day. I don't ever get an early start to the day, especially lately. It's been like 30s in the morning. I don't want to be out here in the morning. It's like 59 degrees right now. Absolutely perfect. Zero wind. So couldn't ask for much better. Although there was a couple of raindrops. That cloud is looking like she might try to ruin my day. But without further ado, I'm going to get you guys in the chest mount. Get the kayak in the water. Get me in the water. And then catch some fish, hopefully. Oh, see you guys here in a second. This is the hardest part of every kayak fishing trip for me. Actually getting in the kayak. This to me is where you have a good chance of actually going in. All the rest of it, easy. Getting in, stupidly hard. Especially, I feel like if you have a much more stable kayak, it's not that big of a problem. But I don't have a stable kayak. I have a kayak that works barely for fishing. So I'm going to try to go butt first here and then scooch my way back. I feel like that's not a terrible way to do it. Also, maybe not a great way to do it. And I probably am going to want my paddle here. Gosh dang it, I folded my seat. It doesn't help that this launch has such an angle to it. Like the second the kayak is further down this launch, it makes it a lot better. But that original angle sucks. Now I can move around and do whatever I need to do, like pull up my pants because they slid down when I slid on. Also, kneecap cam today for sure. I wore shorts because I thought it would be sunny. It's been sunny all morning, but apparently it decided right now it's not going to be sunny no more. And I actually got a couple raindrops, which is not ideal, but not terrible either. Not the end of the world. Can deal with it. Waited them out when I seen that I had them. Dude, look at how calm it is out here. This is like the first day I've been out here this year. Mind you, I look at the weather before I come out. I don't just come out and expect it to not be windy. So this isn't like, you know, I come out and I'm like, oh, I hope it's not windy today. Like last time I came out here, which I actually didn't get a video of, so no video on that one, sorry. Caught more fish on that one than I have any of these other times, but no video. Last time I came out here, it was supposed to be a 5 mile an hour wind. And then apparently that 5 mile an hour wind was not real because It was more like a 15. And you'll see I've got an underspin tied on, not a not a chatterbait. Apparently I lost my chatterbait somewhere. Don't know where, but it was not here. So no chatterbait today. We've got this guy, a little lipless crank action here. I actually bought this for ice fishing. You guys have probably seen it this ice season. But lipless cranks serve many purposes. You can vertical jig them. You can obviously crank them, hence their name. A little fire tiger guy on here today. Oh, there we go. First cast on the fire tiger lipless crank. I don't think he's big. He is not big. Repeat, he is not big. But he's a fish for starts. Almost looks like a walleye. Like if he was a walleye, I'd take him. He's about 16 inches. I'm going to let him fight himself out. Not a lot of times you'll see me do that, but like I've said again and again with pike, they have razor sharp teeth, and I'm just not a huge fan of getting stuck. That's why when you grab pike, you grab them through the gill plate and not the lip. Of course, trusty dusties. Come on. Get out of the teeth. And even a pike this small will give you stitches. Well, I think he's about 16, 15 and a half. Get a nice little release shot of this guy. Boom. First fish that quick. Right away out here on the chatterbait, on the lipless crank. Hopefully that means they're pretty fired up. Pretty quick moving bait, so I'd imagine. You just don't get. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna keep on going about how nice of a day this is. You don't get many like it out here. The only thing, and I know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna complain about it. The only thing I could ask for is sun. But honestly, I'm in a sweatshirt. I was in a t-shirt when I drove here, but I always keep a sweatshirt in my truck. And exactly for this situation, because it is cloudy and gloomy today. That was for sure a hit. He did not continue to chase, though. Usually with pike, they will continue. See, this comes up. No weeds, so I do believe that was a hit. It's usually a telltale sign. See, bring it right back through that same area. There's all sorts of fingerling perch. Last time I was out here, I found a little thingamaboop, little channel back off of one of these ponds. There are a bunch of ponds back here. Like not just one or two. There are probably 7 or 8. I found a little channel back off of one of the ponds. And there were a bunch of fingerling perch in there. So I feel like if there's any time to throw a little fire tiger lipless, now is probably the time. She ain't looking good for the freaking crankbait, I'll tell you that right now. I don't know, dude. Something tells me I would have had a fish on a spoon by now. It's usually right when I'm about to give up hope, though. The first one liked the rattle, but not a single one since. Actually, I am going to put a spoon on this, but I'm not going to use the spoon right away, I promise. Well, I don't promise. I'll probably forget that here in about 10 seconds. Or at least make one cast with it, but... That is. There's frogs in here. Actually. It's too perfect a day not to give something like this a good shot. And especially, I do think these fish are going to be starting to stage up to spawn, if not in the act, so, you know. And then on the other rod, I need to change the hooks on these guys, but you see how tore up that blue and silver one is? That's from these ponds and pike. So, we'll give Mr. Trusty Dusty a shot as well. Boom. Oh, I probably shouldn't have thrown that up there yet. I'll leave this on deck, though. Because I know I can catch pike on it. I've done it before. Just... she hasn't panned out today. And I threw this first, so you would think that would have been the one to pan out today. She has not. Just going back on this rod. We're not throwing the Daredevil first. She's just a backup. In case. What I am going to do, though. This is one of the problems with throwing a spook with a steel leader. I've never actually caught a fish on a spook in this pond. I don't think I've caught a fish on a spook, period. I'm going to be... Gosh dang it, dude. This steel leader is so long. I don't want it to drag in the water. I don't want it to get all tangled up. But this will kind of answer some questions on, you know, are these fish up high or are they not? There we go. That is a toothy critter on a spook. I I'm so glad I tied that thing on. He doesn't appear to be small neither. Oh no. He is a good sized toothy. There he goes. That fluger reel just... God dang! Oh, dude, that's probably my best toothy. Whoo! Splash the camera a little bit. My good night. Whew. That water is a little chilly, but I'll take it. He's just pulling me like a freaking dog. Okay, I gotta get him in the net. I don't think he's hooked that well. Come on. Yep. Dude. Whoo! A hook popped out of him. Get him up. No! My rod, too. Dude, that was by far the biggest pike. That was a heck of a debacle. I should have let him fight it out a little bit more. Gosh dang it, dude. That was probably a good 40-inch pike right there. I need a bigger net. That is so typical of every time I hook up on a fish like that. So typical. Well, at least this time he didn't break me off. I still have my stuff. Usually I get broke off, steel eater or not. But just to even see a fish like that in here, dude, that thing was absolutely crazy. That was probably a good 35, 40-inch pike. All day, every day. And I just quick released him. I would have liked to have held that fish that day for sure. But it is what it is. She's a big girl. She got to go back into the water. And try to calm down, dude. A little shaky. Not much. Oh, gosh dang it. I've always wanted to explore this channel, but the way the wind blows out here, I don't even know if this is a full channel. I'm gonna be real. Get out of them reeds. Huh? Oh, fish. I wish I wasn't moving right now, dude. I just 100% spooked that fish. That's where a shallow water anchor will save your fishing life. I've never actually owned a shallow water anchor, but I've seen guys with kayaks and they've got shallow water anchors. Dude, there's all sorts of fish movement up here. Even if it's just little guys. That first one I seen move, I do think was a toothy. A small toothy, but a toothy. Could also just be that this bait is a lot larger top water too. Usually I'm throwing a popper about half the length of this thing. So maybe that's a deterrent, but usually that's not the case. Also, I mean, I've been chucking a spoon around periodically too and not catching anything. A car sitting up there. What is that guy doing? He's gonna attempt to put that little fusion down here. I don't know that it's a fusion, but whatever it is, it's not big. It looks like my mom's wife's car, or my wife's mom's car. Oh, he put it down here. Huh. Ooh. That's a cast I had to get a control of. Hell yeah. Just a big old net and a fishing pole coming through the reeds over there. Looks like he's got, oh, he's probably got waders on if I had to guess. I've got 2 pike today. One of them was pretty good, probably 35 or a 40. Yeah, that's the biggest pike I've ever seen out of here, that's for sure. They hit top water? Actually, yeah, that's what that one hit on. The other one hit on a lipless crankbait. Oh, wow. Yep. I wish I had one on me, but I don't. I'm just using a spook. Okay. Okay, there's an active fish right back there, obviously. Okay, let's get turned. He missed it twice. Oh, I wish I was a little bit better turned. Whatever. He swirled around it. There we are. Drag too loose. This is a bigger one, not a small little guy. Not as big as that one I had earlier, but not small. Nah, that's a lie. Might be a little bit bigger. Come on. Or might be about the same size. Come on. Okay. He's a little bit smaller. Got himself all tangled up in the net though. That's a good thing. Okay, yeah. Get untangled. Makes my life easier. There's that. Okay. Okay. Grab him out. Wham. I would call that definitely a little bit of redemption after that fish earlier. Still not quite the same size, a little bit smaller, but a big female nonetheless. At least a big female for out here. This is a mess. Bumps 27. Get her back in the water. An amazing fish. All slippery and snotty, of course. But a perfect way to end off the day. Okay. Give her just a little tab. Level her out. She's still right here. She might not have been ready to go. She is kicking around though. She might be stuck on a piece of grass. There she goes. Oh, I'll take it. I seen that fish bust over here maybe a little minute ago. Not that long ago, for sure. Probably 30 minutes. I'll probably play it back. I've been filming the whole time. And just decided to slowly work my way over here. See if she was still active when I got here, and she definitely was. But that is exactly what you want to see. At least, I mean, that's the biggest one I've got on camera, except for the one from earlier today. So I can sleep well knowing that I at least got a big one on camera today, even if it wasn't, well, I mean, I got that other one on camera too, I suppose, but even if it wasn't quite the same size, I don't even think there was a size comparison. The one didn't fit in the net, and I netted him fairly easy. So that's a good feeling. I think these pike are definitely moving up here within the next week or two. I wouldn't doubt they'll be starting spawning, so that'll be good. 2 on top water today. Cannot ever complain about that. Probably be back out tomorrow. I think I'm going to Larimore, so stay tuned for that video. Alright, I'm off the water now. Caught that fish. Said I'm pretty good for the day. My knee hurts. Had to stand up to get off the kayak. I was on the phone with my wife though, so you guys didn't get to see that, but yeah, I don't know. If you guys like the video, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about pike fishing. Is it your favorite? You prefer to bass fish? Are you more of a pan fisherman? You more of a walleye guy? I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, follow your dreams, because you could get to be out here and catch some really nice pike and have just a beautifully, perfectly calm day. Even if you don't have much of a day to fish, dude. I got out here at 3 o'clock and managed 3. And I realize not everybody has a kayak, but these are $300 kayaks. So I would say they are very affordable. So make it happen, because I promise you, you won't regret it.